It is RX Kill with another reaction. And today we are watching Gameranx. And this one is about 10 toughest decisions made by gamers. But this is a part 2. I will find a part 1 sooner or later. And yeah, let's get started right into the video.
Gameranx presents the 10 toughest decisions made only by gamers. Part 2. Yes, this is one of the first sequel videos we've ever done.
I'll find that, guys, so don't worry.
This video did so well, and you guys suggested so many other tough decisions in the comments. So we're coming back at it with even more difficult decisions, starting off with number 10. One of the biggest questions is when to reload, and just to reload or not to reload. Every single type of game involving a gun, or most games, finds you in different situations at all times, and many a time in a difficult situation.
Yeah, this is Uncharted 4. I reload when
do you reload? Because it can always be potentially.
I reload when we're in the middle of a battle. A person's in the middle of a
after every single shot. Every bullet counts, right?
Like I just shoot, reload at the middle, and somehow I kill.
When exactly to reload can mean life or death. It's like getting caught with your pants down or up, and it's a big decision. And at number 9, another big decision is choosing whether to play as melee or ranged characters.
I just pick every single one until I find the best.
Or anything in between. And it's a big decision because it's almost like playing a completely different style of game. For example, something like Overwatch. Playing as Hanzo feels very different than playing as Winston. It's a complete difference of whether or not you're going to choose to be weak but accurate from a distance, or up close and personal and be able to take a lot of damage. I'm preaching to the choir, you guys already know stuff like this, but it is just such a big decision, especially in a game where you have to commit to that class for either an entire adventure in an RPG, or some class-based multiplayer game where you're stuck playing as that person for the entire match. There's a lot riding on it, and I know a lot of you guys suggested it down in the comments that you have to choose very carefully. And at number 8, since we are speaking of characters, another very difficult decision is committing to one character to learn in a fighting game. This is for something especially like Street Fighter, which is incredibly very challenging to
stick with the characters I'm really good at.
There are always so many great characters, and some characters you like some moves, and some characters you like other moves, or you just like the way they look. Well, it takes a lot of thought to choose a character that you're going to commit to, because you're going to need to spend a lot of time with this character to know the ins and outs of their moves in order to actually succeed in a fight. Fighting games can get so intense that you need to spend hours and hours getting down the particulars and nuances of a single character. And some players just don't have unlimited time, so it's a big decision. And at number 7, something I saw in the comments from a lot of you guys is when to upgrade your PC or your video card. This is obviously a PC gamer-focused topic, but many times players find themselves always waiting for
that's really the
I can upgrade my video card, but they're announcing new ones in approximately 8 months. And then, of course, those get announced, and then you finally scrounge up some money to buy it, and then you look on more tech sites and read the rumors that there's another better version of a graphics card or a CPU coming out in a few months. So then you wait even longer, and then you could eventually find yourself waiting perpetually forever. It may not be the smartest way to upgrade, but I always say upgrade when there's a game that you're really hyped for and you want to play it to the best of your ability. You know, a lot of people
I'm gonna get PlayStation 4, guys.
So hyped on it and how beautiful and graphically intensive it is.
A
lot of people went out and upgraded their PCs just for The Witcher 3. There's plenty of other examples out there for other games, and the thing with this decision here is that there is no right answer, because at the end of the day, no matter what, you're going to be spending a ton of money and it's going to suck. It's just when exactly you do it has to be right for you. And at number 6, a life decision that many of you guys presented is the idea of studying or playing. You have limited time. Say you have 6 hours and you can either study for your test, whether it's university, college, high school, or whatever, or you can sink more time into your favorite game. And while it seems like they're completely black and white decisions, they're not. Most of the time, chances are you don't want to study at all. And most of the time, chances are a new game came out that you just got your hands on and you're really excited to play more of. Studying on the one hand will make you get a good grade or whatever, and then maybe improve your life and let you graduate and get a better job and just improve your whole outlook on life. But on the other hand, oh my god, the next big RPG just came out and I need to play it for 400 hours. And I need to start right now. Look, I don't want to play the devil on your shoulder here and use, my position here to give you negative influence, but just go play the game. Don't tell them I told you that. And at number 5, here's another big life decision that may actually affect your quality of life in the short term. Buy a game or use that money to pay rent. Chances are, usually you should use that money to pay your rent, because then if you don't pay your rent, you get kicked out and you can't play your game on the street. can you? You gotta budget yourself, guys. I saw a lot of you guys talking about this. You gotta budget your life, you know? You gotta make sure you have enough money to live and then use the extra leftover money for the fun stuff. But then again, sometimes the fun stuff is just so expensive but so worth it that you want to cut into your rent money. I think the answer here really is crime. If you're looking for some extra income, crime pays. And at number 4, a decision we've all faced at least once is some sort of faction decision. This is joining a faction like Stormcloaks or Imperials from Skyrim, Brotherhood of Steel, Minutemen, or Railroad from Fallout 4, or Covenants in Dark Souls, or guilds in basically any other type of RPG game. These are big decisions because they affect a lot of things. Some of the perks you get, some of the items you get, but also who you align yourself with in a game. And basically, how some of these games actually play out and feel could be completely different depending on your decision.
I have that. Is that New Vegas? Yeah, I have New Vegas.
Especially if you're not planning on playing through this game multiple times. You gotta pick the best one, right? You gotta pick the one that is for you. You gotta align yourself with the people you want to align yourself with. It's tough, I know. It's a big decision, but you gotta man up, bite the bullet, and pick one.
Who should I shoot?
And at number 3, okay, this is a stupid decision. This is totally tough, but a lot of you guys actually mentioned it. To pee or not to pee? Look, man, you got that last boss, or you're at the very end of that level, and you gotta pee so bad, but you gotta hold it in. You
can pause the game.
You want to triumph, and then you want to be able to piss knowing that you achieved victory. The same goes for multiplayer too, where you can't pause the game, so you can't stop and pee. Unless you go AFK or you go idle, which usually in most chances isn't a good thing, but I would say, you know, you can make a new game out of it. Try and put the game down, run away, and pee as fast as you can, and get back, and hopefully survive. If you can do that, that's impressive. I commend you. You should try and time yourself. Make it a metagame. Make it a game within your gaming. I don't know, I'm just trying to talk about piss in a YouTube video. And at number 2, the argument as old as time, and some of the toughest decisions that people face when playing games. Graphics and graphical fidelity versus frames per second. This is a big thing, and definitely a source of internet forum arguments around the world. And it's not just for PC gamers tweaking their settings. This pertains to console players too. Sometimes in video games, due to your equipment or
Apple
whatever you
computer.
have available to you, you can't get the best of everything. You can't get amazing graphics with a high amount of frames per second. Sometimes you have to choose one or the other, and it's a bit different for everybody. Some people who love multiplayer games need those frames per second. Some people just like the frames per second for their eyes better, but some people just want a nice game to look at and are willing to sacrifice a few frames. It's a tough decision, but everybody works to find a balance, and in the end, think about how much
Oh, is that
privilege it
Crisis?
is to
I had
even
that, but I
arguing and
deleted it.
deciding that. Because back in the day, when we played Tetris, we didn't have frame rates, or graphics, or textures, or anti-aliasing, or normal mapping, or bloom lighting. Now we're lucky enough to have so many of these awesome things that sometimes we can't handle all at once. And at number 1, one of the toughest decisions made by gamers, according to you guys in our comments, is choosing a starting Pokemon. This is for any generation of Pokemon. You usually presented with 3 different Pokemon that have completely different attacks,
comment
types,
on the
styles, and
comment section.
personalities. And it's up to you to decide which one you're going to take on the start of your journey. And usually your starting Pokemon is going to be a Pokemon that's going to be one of your best friends, and you're going to be stuck with them for a while. So choose wisely. It is definitely always a contentious thing, because I remember even once when I was a young lad, the biggest arguments on the playground were which Pokemon were better. And I'm pretty sure it's safe to say the same conversations go down on the playground today. And not even just the playground. Twitter, Reddit, 4chan. Everybody of every group and every age has something to say about their particular starter Pokemon, and I think that's what makes this tough decision special. And why it's number 1. It's one of the biggest. So guys, those are 10 of the toughest decisions.
Well, I'm ending the video right here, guys. And so subscribe, like, and enjoy the video. And I hope you had a wonderful, good day.